Today, I'm speaking about speaking again. And that's because I don't care what business you're in, from saddles to tools to high-end services, it's the fastest way to build credibility, attract clients, and more importantly, to make money quickly. And today, I'm helping you to get those gigs. Hello there, I'm Nafissa Shireen and welcome to Living Forward TV, where we help you to create a thriving business you absolutely love all around your personal freedom. And each week, we also bring you extra resources that you can use in your business right away so that you can get results faster. Today, I'm giving you access to an in-depth training video that I did where I share with you my 6-step system to get and keep yourself fully booked with quality speaking gigs. If you're ready to get booked and get on stages, then give me a quick like and make sure to grab a pen, grab a notebook, and take a lot of notes because we have a lot of content today and you're going to want to watch the video to the end. There's so much training and resources out there on why you need to speak, how to write your talk, how to craft your talk, how to perfect the offer, how to follow up. You get the picture, right? But beyond a few tips and maybe some downloadable directories of where to find gigs or venues, there's really not much training out there on how to actually get the gigs. And believe me, if it existed, I'd have found it. Because when I first started my business, it took me over a year to get booked. And I just kept getting one no after another. And I was experienced at speaking. It was heartbreaking and I was desperate. I was just looking for some kind of training to help me and I couldn't find one. And if you've been struggling to get gigs or you've been turned down, or maybe you're actually holding back out of fear that you're not going to get booked or fear of rejection, you're not alone. I'm telling you, simply downloading a list of venues or reaching out casually to places you don't know or putting some feelers out there is just a recipe for frustration and disappointment. I know because I experienced it. The first and most crucial step in getting speaking gigs is to really shift your mindset about this and to view it as a key part of your marketing system. And you also want to consider that getting the gigs is a system unto itself. I kind of geek out over systems because they're predictable, and when it works, you can repeat it, duplicate it, and get the same result. And if you're willing to do the research, the preparation, and get organized, you're going to find that the time you invest up front will save you months and months of frustration and heartbreak. And here's something else that's really important. Before you ever reach out, you want to be so prepared so that the event host is excited to hear from you. Remember, they get bombarded with lots of requests for people that want to be on their stage, and you want to make sure you get noticed and that they're going to feel like you're a really good choice. I once shared a car ride with an event host who told me that she gets so many people asking to speak at her networking event, and she really wanted to help them and do something for them, but she just couldn't put them on her stage. You know why? Because they weren't speakers. You see, event hosts, they're really nice people. However, as nice as they are and as much as they truly do want you to succeed, they don't want you to make their stage your testing ground. And you have to understand that when it comes to their stage, 3 things matter. 1, will this speaker fill the room? 2, will he or she hold the room? And 3, will this person be drama-free and abide by our guidelines? That's why the most important thing you can do before you ever reach out is to really do an online search of yourself, clean up your online presence, and I really talk in more detail about this in our detailed training that you can access below this video. And the next thing you want to make sure is that when the event host looks you up, and yes, they're all going to do that, that all of your branding reflects that you are a speaker. Now, you don't want to be detracting from your main brand or your main business. What you want to do is simply enhance it by adding speaker to it. I'm going to give you a few ways you can do that. The first thing you want to do is optimize your LinkedIn presence to show that you're a speaker. And if you want to see what that looks like, I will put a link to my LinkedIn page below so you can see what I've done. 2, you want to put pictures of you speaking on all of your social media platforms so that you're putting the message out there that you are a speaker. Simply the other thing you can do too is to simply add the word speaker to all your bios and business cards and have testimonials ready to go. And finally, have a speaker kit ready. This way, when you do reach out, you'll already stand out from the masses, you'll show that you're professional, and the event host won't even question whether you're a speaker. And I tell you in our detailed training below how you can actually get hold of all my templates on how I did this so that you can use it in your business. And even if you've never spoken before, I tell you what you need to do so that it's not an issue. I really think this piece about being ultra prepared is probably the most important piece of the puzzle when it comes to getting booked. And I encourage you to really, really devote some quality time to it. It's once you're prepared is when you want to do to start reaching out and you want to start researching places when you've prepared yourself. So that's when you might download listings or go find places where your ideal client hangs out, attend venues and make relationships. And then when you know where your ideal client is hanging out and you're prepared, that's when you reach out. And here's probably the next most important tip that I can give you. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't make it all about you. You want to make sure that the event host just feels like you know what you're doing. And you want to ask them how you can serve them. Don't ask to speak. Offer them what you think is the right talk for their audience. Don't make them decide. And that's another important thing. You don't want to be coming across that you need a favor from them. That's the last thing they need. They're busy and they want to get their events full. So study their venue, see what they need, and offer your talk with a clear title. Let them know why you think it's good for their audience. And this is going to show them that you've done the research, that you've done the homework, and that you're there for them. And believe me, you will really, really stand out and get noticed. And again, I go into this in detail in our training below, and I even tell you how you can get your hands on my word-for-word scripts that I use when I reach out and they get me booked. So you're going to want to watch that and learn how to get them. And here's something to remember. Every talk you give isn't just to attract ideal clients. That's your primary focus. It's also an advertisement to help you get more gigs so you can attract more clients. So on the day of your talk, keep that in mind. Show up early, be helpful, stick to the rules, and please don't use the F-bomb. I don't care if it's your brand. Look, I've got a potty mouth, but I always respect someone else's stage. And even if you think it's okay or safe, just don't do it. At worst, it's disrespectful. At best it's disrespectful. I would say at worst, it can kill your speaking career. And finally, when your talk is over, make sure you get someone to take pictures of you so that you can put them up all over social media and shamelessly self-promote yourself as a speaker. That way people will see you out there speaking and you'll get noticed by other event hosts and you will become sought after. Make sure that you watch our detailed training below this video, and that's going to help you put all of this into practice. And happy bookings. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with someone who you know needs it and subscribe to my channel. And I also want to hear from you. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you found most helpful today. And if you have more questions or you need more help, then I'd love to invite you to join me in the Living Forward Facebook community. I come to you live each week on After the Episode to take your questions, and it's also a great place to network and build your business. All you have to do is go to livingforwardcommunity.com, click the Join Now button, and I'll see you on the inside.